Hello, everyone. This is Phoenix Tremaine, and today I'm going to be giving you spoilers for your favorite soaps. But first, if you haven't done so, please take a minute to subscribe. If you have subscribed, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Please hit that like button so YouTube knows good channel for soap fans. And honestly, I'm going to be giving you a lot more videos and a lot more videos on my second channel, which is just my screen name, Phoenix Tremaine. Um, so be on the lookout for that. I know that soap fans watch more than just soaps because soaps go off, y'all still watch TV. So I'm going to be doing a lot more reviews of different types of shows. So I'm going to ask you in the comment section, let me know some of the shows you'd like me to review so that we can also put that in rotation. And before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and take 34 seconds to thank my current members. Michael Pryor, Ariana, Gwen Marie, Marilyn Finn, Riri Carter, Sim Slims, Cheryl Beecher, Jay Ponza, Sandra Crawford, Janet Loftus, Chapman 33, Phyllis Pearson, Denise M. Roger Smith, Kiki Landry, GH Fan, Deborah Velasquez, Heather Kite, Ramona Newsom, Josh Hirsch, MJ Hano, Kim Price, I don't have my glasses on, sorry, Susanna Rogers Ham, Natasha M, Lisa Knapp, DLC, Omar, Shannon Clark, Red Butterfly 50 Irish, Kelly Banks, Crystal Johnson, Demi Sun, and Ivara or Ivana. I'm sorry, I can't see. It's all a blur because of my glasses. But anyway, let me go ahead and give you these pulls for your favorite soap because that was more than 34 seconds. Okay, everybody, let's talk about Young and the Restless. Now, Monday's episode was actually a pretty good episode. That's going to be on the 29th, Monday, May 29th, which is Memorial Day. It was actually a pretty good episode. I loved Cricket at the end because she decided when she realized that Phyllis was really alive, she decided she's going to throw the book at her and really go after her. And part of me was excited because it means they're going to turn up the storyline and really give Phyllis some hoops to jump through to eventually be free because we know Phyllis ain't going to jail. And if Phyllis does go to jail, you know it's going to be like short term, like Victor or something. They'll figure out how to get her out. So the only deflation in the excitement is that it's Cricket, who used to be a major character, but now just makes sporadic, visits to the show. So if she was like a main character, like I even think she and Chance has chemistry. And since they're putting Sharon and Nick back together, Sharon and Chance seem like that's going to sort of fizzle out. But we'll see how it all pans out. The strange thing about this episode was Phyllis. I don't know why Michelle Stafford does this sometimes, but she does this acting where she kind of sounds like a little kid. And it was like Summer was the parent and she was the child. And she used to do it as Nina on General Hospital too. And it's a weird acting choice, but when you watch this episode, let me know if you can see what I'm talking about, like Phyllis when she's just kind of like sort of regressed to like a childlike state. And I just really want to speak to Daniel. And Summer's like, no. And then another scene that I loved, and it's weird saying scenes I love by Young and Restless because it's been such a horrible show for such a long time. But the writing really has gotten better. I have to admit it. Lily going off on Phyllis to Daniel when he tells her that Phyllis is really alive. Oh, I feel like Lily is the part of the audience that isn't like a big Phyllis fan. And then in our members Zoom, live Zoom, one of the members mentioned that, oh yeah, Summer did kill Lily's mother. So I was like, she did. She pushed her off a cliff. So it was just like I wasn't watching back then. So it was just sort of a reminder of something I've heard. And I'm like, Lily should always be like on site whenever she sees Phyllis. But that was very interesting. And also Diane caught Summer trying to sneak clothes and food out to Phyllis, and Summer played it off like it was for a women's shelter. But hopefully Diane isn't stupid because, spoiler alert, Friday, Kyle is gonna burst into the apartment catching Summer with Phyllis and Daniel. Uh, so so maybe it's because Diane mentioned something to him that clicks in his head to make him either follow Daniel or follow Summer. So I'm just happy that Kyle's about to find Phyllis on Friday. And we had Victor have a meeting with Nate, but I really wanted the meeting to be more confrontational and put Nate on edge because it is Victor Newman. But Victor played it cool, Nate played it cool, so there was no real fireworks at the discovery that Victor knows that Nate and Victoria have been canoodling. Then we have Tuesday, Daniel has a change of heart. Nikki does damage control, and Cameron Kirsten makes himself at home in Genoa City. And if you saw Friday's preview for this coming week, he's actually going to talk to Faith. So on Wednesday, Chance gives Sharon disturbing news about Cameron, which is probably just that he's been released and that he's a free man. He can't just lock him back up. Adam proves himself to Sally, and Kyle gets caught in Summer's web of deceit. Then we have Thursday, Nick is torn between Sally and Sharon, which is something we read about in May Sweeps, that while Nick is focused on Sharon, Sally's going to feel neglected and Adam's going to swoop in. But that's like an overall situation, not next week. Just it's what's happening. Chelsea empathizes with Adam, and Ashley and Tucker discuss their future. Young and the Restless for Friday. Kyle busts Summer, Phyllis, and Daniel together. And Phyllis tries to make amends with Daniel. And Sharon has a dangerous reunion with Cameron. And when it says dangerous reunion, I'm going to take that with a grain of salt. I think that just his presence is going to scare the crap out of her. But it can't be week one, and he's already trying to get rid of her. But I'll tell you what I told the members on the Zoom. It's hard for me to get excited about Cameron as a new villain because we just had Ashlyn Locke and we just had Jeremy Stark, two villains that had a lot of potential that they just killed off like it was nothing. And what I said in the Zoom, which if you become a member, you can see all of the Zooms, which is where we do the spoilers in our member talk. But is that because of the way Jeremy Stark was written and because of the way Ashlyn Locke was written, I don't have a whole lot of faith because now it's just another big bad guy that, is menacing that will probably be deflated. And have the ending of the storyline fall flat. Hopefully that's not the case, but I have no faith that it's going to be anything other than that. So let me know what you think. Do you because, and this is also what I said in Zoom, that if Victor in the early days was just written off as just some bad guy that kind of comes and goes, or gets killed off early on, will we really have the iconic Victor Newman that's on the show now? So it's really important to build out these villains and pace them, so that they can be long term. I have no idea what's going on with Diane. Personally, I like Diane. I think she's a good character. I think she's good for Jack. He's not getting any younger. So his choices and love interest is getting smaller and smaller. And it was ridiculous when they tried to put Sally and Jack together. It was just ridiculous. But that's it for Young and the Restless. I know they don't have as much to say about it as I did just now, but I'm really happy that the show is turning around. So let me know what you think about everything I talked about, and I'll see you in the next video.